What's going on, guys? Pomson87 here, and I am here with the Japan race review at Suzuka, one of the best tracks in the world. And hopefully after my great race in Singapore, I can copy the result and get another good one here. So we qualified P8 on the grid, as I just couldn't get a hot lap in, partly because on the last lap of my qualifying attempts, I got blocked off by a setting drive. As you can see here, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if it was a lag car or anything like that. But that cost me dearly. I think it cost Frio as well, who was behind me on the track at the time. So I just thought I'd share the instance in case it needs to be reviewed. But as I go onto the track now, P8 on the grid. So let's see what I can do. Wish you luck, guys. We are sat now on the grid in P8. We've got King Polar in 12th, who got the exclusion from qualifying from last round. So he start behind us, so he'll probably be looking to cover the field quite quickly. And then 5 lights and away we go. We get a fairly average start really, behind 442 in final chicane. Let's try and avoid all contact and stuff into the first corner. It's very tricky. Unfortunately, we do push 442 a little bit wide to get dive bombed by another Force India though. We're going to force in India sandwich. So a bit messy first corner there. And we're now behind Aaron, who gets it all wrong going through the S's, and he slows down dramatically as we get past him. Now we're behind CI in the Ferrari as we're now up into P7. So it's a fairly good start. Might have pushed forward off a little bit, but I don't think it was that major. But as we're going through to the end of the first sector, start of the second, we make a big mistake into Degner 2. Very tricky, those Degners. And we give the position back to King Bowler, my teammate, and 442. But we do have a look up his inside going to the hairpin as he broke very early. But while we were side by side on the exit, did we get better exit and better traction? We're going side by side, touching wheels a little bit, but nothing serious. B, I think he has a bit better straight line speed and he gets past us. So back into P9. So yeah, there's two Degners are very tricky. In fact, the whole of this track is very tricky. Very easy to make a mistake and end up in the gravel and stuff like that. So the main aim for this race is just try and keep it clean. No real mistakes. And just see how we go really. See if we're a good pace or not to challenge at the front. As we're going through 130i, you get so good slipstream off the back of people going, well, that back straight, and we've break a little bit forward. We might have tapped him slightly, well, lag tapped him, but he still stayed on the track and we made sure we didn't get any advantage, showed nothing serious there. So coming on to lap 2, got up to the head and still behind 442. Looks like a big pile up coming ahead. We got, looks like a McLaren and a Ferrari, and my teammate is off the left side of the track. CI gets a poor run out of the hairpin. We're going to go around the outside of the fast right-hander. That's pretty good. Though bear in mind he did have a lack of momentum from whatever one on the hairpin. I think it was King Bowler, my teammate, accidentally dive bombed the other 2 cars. But that's very unfortunate. We did get a time penalty at the end of the race for that. Now coming to lap 3, got excellent slipstream on the back straight. We're going to look up to the inside of 130R. Going to take it flat, and on my screen there was no contact made with 442. I thought he just backed out of the move, so I had no clue that actually on his screen pushed him out a little bit wide. So which is why I didn't give the position back. But going on to lap 4, Papa Zonky Bro makes a bad mistake at the 2 Degners. We're going to go up his inside, going into P4. So that's great. We're really matching what we did in Singapore. So a very good race so far somehow. Now coming on to the end of lap 8, we're going to have our first pit stop, putting a set of the prime tyres on, as the strategy for this race was the usual 2-stop strategy with 2 options, 1 prime. And we get held up a bit in the pit stop, so I think that was my pit Zonky Bro in his Sauber, and that meant we accidentally held up our teammate King Bowler in the pits, who pitted at the same time but behind us. So that's going to be not that great for his race. But going on to the track now, let's see where we can end up. It's P6 on them. Doesn't look like anyone's coming down the straight at the moment. We just about get ahead of 442, but we lock up going a bit through turn 2, and we still kept the position ahead of 442. We're going to lap 9, still got cold tyres, and unfortunately make a bad mistake going to second one. Somehow I held it and didn't spin off into the wall, which I did in practice earlier on. And unfortunately they gave us mission to 442 there. As he made a move on Nicky 16 ahead, who I don't think's made him a pit stop yet, but is somewhere on the options. I don't know how he's managed to keep on to those tyres then. But on lap 11, sorry, and we're trying to see if we can get past Nicky 16. We got to look at the inside, current to the right hander. He goes very slowly through there and gives us the room, so thanks very much. And we get past him through the S section, which I've never done before, so that was a good move, but I think he more just decided not to fight us. But currently at the end of lap 11, we had a great run out of the final chicane. We're on the back of 442, defends the inside, but that gives us a lot of track available, and we're going to use it and our slipstream and the RS, and we're going to fly at the inside and the around the outside of turn 1, and that's a good move. Sort of Hamilton on Rosberg, yes, it was a bit easier. We got the move done very early on the straight, but currently to lap 14. We lock up and run wide at turn 2. That's gonna give final chicane, sorry, chance to overtake us, but we can't get it done. Going to the first S-bend. But unfortunately, we get to curb spin and we fly across the track into final chicane. I had no control over that, and I'm very sorry to him. He did spin apparently from that. I think sideboard glitched off me, and I would have let him through, but I had no idea where he was. I didn't know if he had a front wing yet or not. But if the stewards investigate that and decide it's my fault and give me a penalty, then that's that really. But it was a curb glitch, I will say that again. As on lap 16, 440 was trying to go around the outside of turn 1. Some good side-by-side action there, but he couldn't get the position ahead of us. Going to lap 16 now, see Frio has disconnected. So that's going to move us up from P4 to P3. So it's very unfortunate for him, but it's going to give me a podium potentially. Going to lap 19 now. We've got King Bowler just out of nowhere dive bomb me into the hairpin. We've got to give him room. But unfortunately, as I was going to do my pit stop then, he's got the head position ahead of me. And that means I've got to do another lap on these dead prime tyres, which is very annoying. And if I'm honest, probably will cost me a lot of time. As we now, on the following lap, creating a set of option tyres. As a Red Bull do me a 3.7 second stop. And we get back on the track where we're going to be. We get P4. I don't think Zonky's made a pit stop. We're going to lose any more positions. Yeah, P5, P6. Oh, no, we were in P3 a lot of this race. Now P7, P8. Oh, this is a disaster so far. Coming on straight ahead of us. And final chicane gets around our outside as well. So that's not great at all. So we've got to try and make a fight back now. As we're on the back of final chicane. As he tries to make a move on Nicky 16, they're going side by side. We get a great slipstream, but we just don't want to cause any incidents. We just back off, as this is a very tricky place to overtake. But we do try and go up the inside of Spoon. There's a little bit of contact, but I still left a lot of room there. So I don't know if I forced him out wide too much. I hope I didn't. We're going to lap 23. It's final chicane putting a move on someone else now. It's 442. As he makes a clean move up the inside, as he's on the prime tyres, and we out-drag him from next to the hairpin, and we get around his outside into P6 now, as we're still behind final chicane. Going to the end of that lap, we got a great run through 130R. I tried to go on the outside, but I had to back out of it, and that makes 442 just tap us across the chicane. And he comes from nowhere and just taps us across, and nearly, well, he gives his vision back, for some reason turns in on us. I don't know what he was doing. But while I was just trying to back off and avoid any incidents, wait for the DRS maybe, I got tapped from behind. But as you see in lap 25, coming up to the penultimate lap, we lost connection to Greek Master 99, who was leading the race. That's very unfortunate for him. But that's great for me, as it puts me up to P5, and now got the opportunity for P4, as we got Conrad Straight just in front of us is on the option tyres, but I think very old option tyres. As it makes slight contact with there, but my apologies, I forgot the straight curved a little bit there, but that could end it badly, but luckily it didn't. We have a great run, a good look to the outside, a little bit of contact, he forced a little bit wide, but we break much later and go down his inside, we get a little bit of contact, and if I'm honest, I thought when I was actually racing live before I gave him more space than that, so I probably squeezed him a bit more than I should have, but well, that's P4, and that's a good result really. I could have got my first podium, but oh well. But coming to the standings now, Pro Recon first, Final Chicane second, who made a great comeback after accidentally spin him out. King Bowler third, me fourth, Connor Straight fifth, Rapazonkubo sixth, Ascending Drive seventh, Border 2 eighth, Neki 16 ninth, Greenmaster 99 10th, who disconnected on the penultimate lap, for very unfortunate for him, and our 3F4 11th, and Frio, who also connected in 12th. So I've got to apologise for that. My driving wasn't very clean that race. I made contact with more drivers than I would have liked, and I'm sorry about that. And I will try and improve my cleanliness for next race. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. But please remember to do like and subscribe my video if you do like it, and I'd love some feedback if you have any about my videos on my channel. So please post that in the comments if you want. But I'll see you guys next time for the Russian Grand Prix, so see you then. Palms out.